Yo, what is going on YouTube? Back again with another Nerf review. And today I decided to get this guy. So went to Walmart today, picked this guy up. I was tempted to get this thing, but this is the Adventure Force Lancer, a front-loading machine gun looking thing. And it's not even packaged in, so you can try it out. Pretty cool, and it does have slam fire, or as they call it, rapid firing with rotating barrel. Funny how only half of the front barrel moves, so pretty awesome. Shoots up to 80 feet. Packaging is very kind of lame and kind of boring, but anyways, we don't care about the package, so let's get to the unboxing. Alrighty, so what's included inside is the blaster itself and darts. Alright, so after getting the Lancer out of its package, let's take a deeper look in it. So starting over the front, this is the rotating barrel and also where you load the blaster, of course. So comes with these waffle head darts. I really like these. These are very accurate. But the interesting thing that I note about this blaster, or I just know, is that it fires out of a bottom barrel, not the top. Usually a blaster fires out of the top, so I'm very curious to see if that will affect your accuracy or not, but front loading it is pretty easily, and the front cylinder does hold 10 rounds, or 10 darts in this case, and it came with only enough darts to load it once. Come on, man. I mean, but for 15 bucks, I mean, you can't beat it. 80 FPS is pretty impressive for a $15 machine gun, Gatling gun looking spring powered blaster. So yeah, speaking of the prime is actually this guy right here, and this piece right here does not rotate, so it's not very, delicate and smooth, but the priming is still pretty smooth. So push it back and let it go, and it does have a spring return, so as you can see, and you're able to fire once just like that, and just keep going up, keep going until you're over. And it does have slam fire, which means you can hold down the trigger, and when the priming handle hits the forward position, you're obviously able to fire, or the rear position in this case. Doesn't sound pretty good though, but okay, mostly gonna probably be using single fire most of the time. But anyways, I do like the color scheme, orange and red, pretty cool looking. And now to the grip. The grip is very comfortable. It's a machine gun S-type grip. So it's a little cramped though. It's a little small, but it works. So you got that. And there's a Adventure Force style tack rail up here. You want to mount a scope up here for some reason. You totally can, I guess, but okay. And there are sling mounts on this blaster. So one in up here and one down here if you want to run this on a secondary sling, which is pretty interesting. And this and the Desperado, which I reviewed, which was the pistol. You guys haven't checked that out, go check out that review. Both of these blasters released at the same time. So Desperado and Lancer from Adventure Force. Or technically Dart Zone makes them, but under Walmart branding, they advertise it as Adventure Force. So yeah, without further ado, very simple blaster. Just load up your darts in the front and just pew pew away. So let's get to the firing test. Alright, so as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Adventure Force Lancer. And overall, I'm very impressed with it. The accuracy is, like I said, if it fires out of the bottom barrel, it's going to be a little bit more inaccurate. But surprising to me, no jams or malfunction. Slam fire work as I planned it to work. And overall, the priming handle is really smooth. I like how it has a return spring action in there. So after you prime the blaster, it does return back. So you don't have to like manually push it forward. You can, but you know, obviously you want to let it go kind of like in a normal blaster on how you charge the handle or priming handle. You know, you can do it both ways. But overall, the Lancer is pretty cool. The funny thing is how only half of the front cylinder rotates and not this whole turret. So I think that's pretty funny. But for $15 and for a 10-shot blaster, you know, it's not bad. I mean, it performs pretty good. Hits up to about 80 feet per second as it advertises in the box. So, yeah, overall, if you're just a little kid who wants to plink around the house, this blaster is perfect. But if you're take towards more pro blasters or hard-hitting blaster, this one is definitely not for you. Go for Dart Zone or, you know, Siren blasters or many other different pro blaster brands. So, yeah, or different pro blaster, because this is not a pro blaster. This is just something to be in a Nerf for, which this is not really good for a Nerf for, but you can if you want to, but it's not really practical for that. But if you're just playing around the house, hitting targets and stuff, this blaster should do a pretty good job at it, because I had a lot of fun shooting this thing. So yeah, overall, that's all about my opinion on this blaster. If you guys want to purchase one, I'll obviously throw the link in the description down below. If you guys want to check one out for yourself, I really do recommend it. Amazing job on this Dart Zone. Oop, dropped it. But yeah, without further ado, that's all about this review. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys enjoy, make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, you know, do all that stuff. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. It's Nerf or Nothing. Peace.